I do have all of my grandbabies are breastfed, and but my one grandbaby, he is having a difficult time with the bottle. Mm-hmm. And what we're finding out is the mom, she's tired, so she really wants to rest. Uh-huh. However, she don't mind breastfeeding either. My thing is how do we get him? Because I put the bottle in his mouth, he like just playing with it. How do we get this bottle to act like a breast?
So with that, the thing is, a lot of people who have breastfed babies deal with that because they just kind of shove the bottle into the baby's mouth, and what happens is baby have a reflex that basically causes them to do this before they're 6 months, which is why you can't put a spoon in a baby's mouth. It prevents them from choking. So it's really something that's supposed to help them, but when people just kind of just put a bottle in a baby's mouth, they're going to do this and not want the bottle. Right. So when we are giving the bottle, we want to aim it towards the roof of the mouth and try to get them to latch onto the bottle in a similar way that they would have to take the breast. So it's all in the technique, and just also trying different types of bottles, because some bottles babies just have a preference and they haven't even had other bottles, but they know, hey, this is not it. Okay. So I would suggest working with a lactation professional and just seeing what's the correct way to get baby to latch onto the bottle instead of just forcefully giving it to them.
Well, I know you know already, but I have a bunch of goodies for you. So let's pull out some of our goodies, guys. Ooh, look at the baby. Oh, he feel like a real baby.
Yes, too. I got him weighted because he's 8 pounds. Oh my God. A lot of people have never.
Y'all want to hold a baby?
Yes. A lot of people, when I'm teaching breastfeeding, I find this is better to do positioning with instead of just a regular baby doll, especially for the dads who may have never held a baby. So when I'm showing moms, say like, hey, this is the football hole, she can actually see what it's like with a baby instead of me just giving her a little baby doll.
Can you demonstrate?
I'm gonna pull out some of this stuff up in here. You got, oh God, you got some breasts up in here.
So these are my hands-free teaching aids. I designed these because I wanted an easy way to teach breastfeeding without having to hold the bottle, having to hold the breast. So I put them around my neck like this. I also got them made with large areolas because a lot of people's breasts look like this and they don't really see much representation. And I've had clients who come and they'll say, hey, the lady at the hospital told me that all of my areola has to be in the baby's mouth, and they'll be balling their breast up like this. So I found that this is a really good way to demonstrate breastfeeding. So you asked to see the football hole?
Yeah.
So
I love to see football hole. My baby
that's my favorite.
Oh, sideline was my favorite position because I like to sleep. And that was the only way I got any rest. So what we're going to do is we're going to go nose to nipple. We're going to aim the nipple at the baby's nose, and then we're going to bring it down like this, and that's going to help baby to open wide to get a good latch. And then this is, we're going to move this pillow a little bit. This is football position. So we're just going to hold baby like this, and we have our hands behind baby's ears, and we can do some boob sandwiches, or a little bit of compression and massage while we have baby. So this is the football hole.
So let me try it.
Here you go.
See if I can try this, y'all. I'm 43. I ain't did this in a while, so.
Now look how you holding that baby.
Hey.
See, I like this part here.
There you
like
go.
this, and I'll just lay
and
back
lean
and
on back. And that's called laid back breastfeeding. That's really good for moms who have large breasts, as well as moms who may have had a C-section, who really can't have baby on their stomach pressing.
And I also heard about the burping. Like breastfed babies, you know how people they want to burp. I was like, breastfed babies don't really.
You don't have to burp them all the time. If you have a baby who is prone to spitting up or just tends to have a lot of hiccups or gas or things like that, then of course you can burp baby, but it's not the same as a baby drinking a bottle who is going to be taking in all that extra air.
Awesome. Oh wow. Now listen. This here is a lifesaver. Okay, I always refer this to my family because a lot of times in the middle of the night they don't want to pull out those pumps. And so I always tell them to use a haka, and I tell them to get 2 hakas because It actually works. I love this stuff, but this is huge. Where you get this from?
So this one is, I did not bring it, but this one is the Gen 3. So this one, I really like this one because I can have my clients to pump into this, and then I can take the top off of this, and there's a bottle nipple that goes with this, and it can literally be a bottle.
I like that.
And I like this one as well because this is wider base than a lot of the other Hakas, and I can tell my clients to do breast massage and things like that without it breaking the suction. If there's a breast in there, and I can demonstrate.
You know what I didn't understand about the Haka when I first, because I just finished breastfeeding my first baby. I didn't understand you had to roll it down.
Yes, I was just about to say
you got to roll the Haka
a lot of
down.
people try to just kind of just put their boob on it, and then they're like, why is it falling
Well,
off?
I just kind of squeezed all the air out, and I was like, well, it's on. And I did that for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm like, why isn't this?
You should have been following me on social media. But yeah, so I can show you how to use it. You, like she said, you want to fold it back like this, and then you squeeze the bottom to create the suction, and then you just let it latch on, and you flip it back like this.
Yep.
And you can also use, a lot of people use this as a milk catcher, but you can also use it as a pump. So you can just see that squeezing right there.
And I like that better because it mimics the natural pumping versus, because let's really talk about that. Like a lot of times we have these myths about you have to pump, especially right after the hospital. I don't have my clients pump at all. I'm like, no.
You heard what happened to me with doing that.
Yeah.
So I don't typically recommend my clients to start pumping until they're close to 6 weeks. If mom has to go back to work before 6 weeks, then of course we can figure that out around 4 to 6 weeks. But we want to give the body time to regulate. You want your body to understand how much your baby actually drinks in a 24-hour period before you start introducing the pump, because what's going to happen is you're going to create an oversupply, and your body's going to think that your baby needs all this extra milk, and then you're going to be up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and your sheet's going to be wet, and
Exactly.
and the baby's going to be wet, and you're going to have a freezer full of milk. So in theory, an oversupply sounds good, and people are always like, oh, I'd rather have too much milk than not enough milk. But I'm telling you from somebody who has lived this experience,